What's up, it's Yirmiyahu Ben Israel. We're gonna talk about the continuation of the attack on black masculinity, really Hebrews. But we're gonna talk about this. I actually just saw I watched a video in particular on brothers like Cat Williams and Dave Chappelle. Like, although these guys are, excuse the noise by the way, people going to work out here, but brothers like them, although they have riches and fame and everything, they still haven't 1000% sold out to these puppets, to where they're dressing in female garments and wearing lipstick and things of that nature. And this is in regards to the dress ritual, because man, it's a whole lot of especially black men. Like, oh, this happens with the issues as well, but we're seeing like a lot of that. Again, it's an agenda to make the black woman in the masculine role, and then make the black men in the feminine role. And that's why we have a lot of backwardsness, as I mentioned in my previous videos, which I'll link in the description as well. I speak about how we go to the origins of things, because again, everything has an origin, and it all started in the book of Exodus, or Shemot, the true name, where they wanted to kill off all the Hebrew boys and keep the women alive. Same concept today. Or we had taskmasters over a same thing, overseer, or whatever you want to call it. It's the same definition, and they wanted to have control over us and kill us men off. Same thing. They're just doing it in different ways, where they're killing off the masculinity. This is actually one of the other reasons why black men are looked at as at the bottom, and black women are looked at as the top, because they don't respect us. Because not only throughout history they haven't been respecting us, but they're trying to have a continuation of what the Egyptians do to us Hebrews. And of course, the only one who was able to save us, the real Savior, Yahweh, praise to the Most High. He's the one that brought us out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, drowned the Egyptians, used Moses to open up the waters so that we could have somewhere to walk on, in order to go to the land flowing with milk and honey, which is the area of the Canaanites. It's a wonderful story. As I read the scriptures more, because I'm not claiming to be a know-it-all, although I have read both the Hebrew Bible and the false book of the New Testament. I'm learning it again from the Hebrews perspective, like just strictly the Hebrew Bible, not this false testament. And it feels good. I just praise Yahweh for being able to open my eyes and get me out of the derision of Christianity. Because as I spoke about yesterday, people are willing to, again, say F you to your own nation in order to praise Yeshua. But again, there's literally nowhere in the Old Testament that Yah spoke about this Yeshua by name. And you would think if he was going to be Savior for all the sins and whatnot, die for your sins, yada yada yada, you would think he would make his name be known, like he made Abraham's name known, like he made Moses' name known. But yeah, back on the whole attack on masculinity for black men. I feel as though if you stay strong and stay again in the scriptures, stay researching and not being like the heathen, you're gonna be all right. You're going to keep a sound mind. You're not going to let whatever this wicked generation is promoting get to you. You're just going to go against the grain, which is why we were supposed to rely on Yahweh the Most High, because He wanted us to be holy, and holy means set apart. He wanted us to not be like the other nations, so that we may have life. That's why He says in the scriptures, all those that hate me love death, and it's true. These atheists that deny the Most High. Same thing with these other false religions, and when you make up your own Elohim and not the Elohim of the Hebrew Bible, you're in the derision. You're caught up in the matrix, as it says in these scriptures as well. And so the only way is to me personally, I'm not willing to give up my dignity, my masculinity for some money. Though a lot of these black men, they have sold out, they have been turned out by this satanic religion. There's still a lot of us who haven't taken that oath, who haven't been willing to be humiliated and emasculated for fame and riches, and that's what makes them mad. Because when they see you and they hear videos like these and whatever, it reminds them that wow, they're a slave. They're still slave to the European man. They're still slave to these taskmasters who again are all vain, and they just want your soul. They want you to be depressed and whatever it takes to promote this wicked agenda. But not too much to say on this. Just wanted to touch on the emasculation of the black man and a couple of key things you could do in order to protect yourself, King. But this is your Yahoo, and all praise to the Most High.